with the Chicago Bears. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Into the secondary, past the 40. 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Everett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off play action. Everett. He's got a man. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. extra point right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hyde. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier.
And got his man complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On second down, it's Pollard. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Touchdown! Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now it's Fields. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Romeo Okwara able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Everett being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Everett. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big connection on that one, 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, Pollard. And he's got room. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 114 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
One play action. Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Looking to throw. Everett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Everett. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Mike Williams.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. He's going to try and go deep again.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The final shot before break. Everett. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line. To the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake. Everett. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Bilal Nichols picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Everett. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Off play action. Everett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. The stop here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Now Fields. Complete to Mooney.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bears 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Off the play fake. Everett. He's going to look deep down the field. Now he's stripped. He lost the football.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Steps away to his left. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Off play action, Fields. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. It's Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Everett. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Off play action. Everett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Everett eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He'll return it from the 6. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Fields. Going for the deep ball. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. That catch good for only a couple. That one looks like he'll throw here. Swinging this out for Pollard. So the completion good for 7 there. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And when you